Hello world. Real talk. Are you a lifelong learner or are you a perfectionist? So my experience, personally and professionally, is that a lot of perfectionists identify with being a lifelong learner. However, their actions, their orientation, and generally their everyday feelings and internal status are more related to that of a perfectionist. So what do I mean by this? The main thing of how you can tell the two apart, right, is that perfectionists tend to hold a lot of anxiety and even to a point, judgment. Judgment of themselves, judgment of others, judgment of projects. There's like this constant kind of dissatisfaction that's happening. For perfectionists, even when they're doing something that's absolutely amazing, rather than celebrating that amazing thing and all of the bravery that it took and courage that it took to actually do this new thing or create something out of nothing, perfectionists have like this dissatisfaction of, oh, well, but this didn't happen. Oh, but this also didn't happen and this could have been better. Right? And it kind of takes them in, like, puts them in a negative energy space. Versus a lifelong learner, right? They can create things, they can put something new into the world, and they can also notice the things that didn't go right or didn't go the way according to plan. However, rather than getting down about that, rather than getting maybe upset or angry or like really devastated about it, lifelong learners just take it as information and then they're able to move forward differently and a little bit wiser. So that's a main difference between lifelong learners and perfectionists. Another difference is that perfectionists tend to have a lot of expectations or desire to control. And not only control the process of something, but also control the outcome of something. And that can have some negative effects, right? Because it kind of goes in this flow of nothing's ever going to be good enough unless it's this particular way. And let's be honest, working with people, and if you're ever doing something that's not by yourself, and even the times when you are doing things that are by yourself, there are so many factors at play that no one person can realistically manage all of those things, right? Lifelong learners, rather than having expectations, right, they might have a goal in mind or an intention in mind, but they're using that experience as a learning opportunity to gather more data rather than here's how the process has to be, here's what the outcome has to be in order to have success. Lifelong learners recognize that just by doing the thing, there is success within that. So two different perspectives there. Another thing about lifelong learners and perfectionists is the way that they handle failure, right? For perfectionists, failure can feel like debilitating. Failure can be taken very personally. For those of you that have a perfectionist in your life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. From an outsider's perspective, you see all this amazing stuff that's happened, but if it doesn't go perfectly, if it doesn't go as planned in the mind of the perfectionist, then it's not good enough, or it could have been better. It's really personal. Lifelong learners take failure as the first attempt in learning. See what I did there? Spells out fail. First attempt in learning. So again, they're not personally attached to the actions that they're doing or the materials that they're learning. They know that they have worth and they have wealth regardless of the task that's at hand. And any feedback that they get, whether it's positive feedback or negative feedback, isn't a direct attack on them, but it's just more opportunity for learning and growing. So those are two really big differences there. Now, the reason why I'm doing this vlog is because I've spent so much time living in this perfectionist mindset, and it really takes a toll on my confidence it takes a toll on my actions. I constantly am holding myself back from attempting new things or for trying to do things differently. I almost freeze because like I know what I want the outcome to look like, but where I'm at in my skills, I'm like nervous and I'm skeptical if I'm gonna get that outcome. Now, if I put my lifelong learner cap on, which I know lives inside of me, it's okay, I'm gonna do the thing. I know that it's not gonna be perfect, and I'm just gonna learn from it and move forward. Because if I don't start now, then I'm never gonna start, right? That's one of the biggest things about change, and that's why perfectionism is one of the most common stunters of growth, right? Perfectionism stunts growth because a lot of the times perfectionists don't want to try something that they don't know how to do perfectly yet or navigate perfectly yet. Whereas lifelong learners, they're not afraid to get messy and make a little commotion in the process, right? They're willing to welcome in failure, to welcome in getting things wrong, and moving forward from them. So there you have it, some differences between perfectionists and lifelong learners. I wanted to give this information to you because I really do value all of your journeys, and I want you to be trying things differently. And if you want change in your life, right, the first step of doing that is actually allowing yourself to try. I hope this nugget of knowledge lands with you. If so, great. Share it, talk about it, make the distinctions in conversations when you're with others. If not, let it roll off your plate. As always, I'm Morgan Lee. Be well and keep living the lives you love.